Yes, you don't know you're locked into the real group chat where we keep it straight. There's no bent angles round here. It's the only chat where we're about to tell the truth, the whole truth, and somewhat something like the truth. We're joined by myself, Jabz, original source man, hot boy, summertime fine. You know how it goes. To the left of me, we got
Big mics, you don't know, Mr. Lions, Mr. Live in the Flesh, take your girl and all that, Mr. PL, you don't know what it is still.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah.
To the right of me, we got
JBZ, the romantic driller, the pum pum killer, eating usi for dinner. You get me, still Audi or the Bimmer. You get me, entrepreneur of the year, this year, last year, every year.
You done,
get me, you're done.
Hey, it's so funny when someone hasn't heard Jabz' bit. they're just laughing at me and Mike's like, oh, it's cool. And Jabz like, huh? What the hell's going on here?
Gets mad.
Yes, sorry, apologies. But yeah, we have a guest today. I'm going to let our guest introduce himself.
Yes. What's going on, people? My name's Tony Az, and thank you for having me, man. I'm looking forward to this, for real.
You done know. So, this is a Father's Day special episode. Shout out all the fathers. This is all about the fathers, so the mothers don't get involved. Yeah? Because this is what they like doing. You like, the mums like coming, but I'm the father too.
I was going to say that, but but shout out the mums,
No.
Pick up the mum.
No.
I'm not getting onto them,
No,
but I'm just saying.
just pick up the mums who are playing both parents to the child. If the child ain't got the dad, then the mum's allowed to say, you know what, I'm the dad.
I totally respect that, but I'm just saying on the point of there are some fathers as well who are the mum and dad. Like,
oh yeah, that's true. No, that's true. No, of
but
course.
the dad never come out and be like,
I'm the mum.
it's Mother's Day for me too.
yeah. I hear you.
My
still.
day. No, it's not. Definitely not.
Fair play.
No, I hear you still.
So yeah, of course we've got Tony on here because Tony is a father.
Yes,
Do you want to just speak to us a little bit about
Yeah,
your
so
background?
basically my situation is I'm a father of 3. I have a 9-year-old girl.
Wait, sorry, I'm going to pause you. Don't say situation. It sounds a bit like my life.
My life.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
My life. So yeah,
My
basically,
joy.
yes. Yeah, basically, father of 3. I have a 9-year-old girl, a 7-year-old girl, and a 4-year-old boy.
I thought he was going to say girl.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
no boys. That's
the boy came in the end.
Yeah.
My son, King Arthur. 28. Yeah, about 28-ish.
Was you ready?
Yeah.
Was you ready?
Was I ready? Yeah, I mean, I'm married as well, so I was married.
Okay, cool.
Did all of that, got married. So married 1 year,
Yeah.
baby the next year,
That's calm.
another baby about 18 months later, and then a few years, and then my son come. So yeah, I believe, I mean, parenting's one of them things, innit? Like, are you ever ready? I don't know, but you want it. Do you know what I mean? I definitely wanted it, so it wasn't like a surprise or anything. We definitely wanted it. It was definitely planned and all that kind of stuff, so yes.
And like I'm assuming like when people are having children, people are always like, do this and this is gonna happen and do that. Do you think any of that can prepare you for?
No. It's, I mean, your life totally changes because, I mean, from time, you realize together you're pregnant, or the missus is pregnant, obviously. It's like, okay, you're getting there, you're getting into the mind state of it, but as soon as that baby is born and you hold that baby, you realize it's never going to be the same again. It's never just about you no more. Do you get what I mean? So definitely, obviously, it's a blessing and everything, but it changes. And nothing prepares you for that. No amount of advice or whatever. It's like you're in it, even as they're growing. And then obviously, you're always going to get advice, whether it's from the elders or your siblings or your brethren that also got kids. And there will be some similarities, but it's you on that journey. Like there was the other day I was saying, like, I look at my kids and you have to realize that if they turned out messed up or anything like that, that's on me. Like that's not on no one. That's
100%.
So it's all of them kind of pressure type scenarios as well, but it's all good. You know what I mean? So, and you'll even find like some coaches, even in terms of like pictures and stuff, we had to actively, me and the missus be like, yo, we need to take more pictures of these other kids because the first child, any little thing, picture, and then the second one was there. So when you're looking through like the hard drive the other day, I'm like, I got bare pictures of Zara. It's my first, and then it's like
Favorite child.
Do you know what I mean? So we tried to like consciously balance it out kind of thing, but it's great.
It's gonna sound mad. Like I just said, favorite child. It's gonna sound mad, but is there a thing as a favorite?
You know what it
100%.
is?
Thing?
Yeah, I don't think in terms of love or anything like that.
yeah.
No, but there might well be kids that you're more drawn to. Because of personalities. So I think if you have a child that is closer to your personality, and let's say your missus has a totally opposite type of personality, you might necessarily, might generally be drawn to that child. Like I'm very much laid back or whatever. So if one of my kids is more laid back and can just sit and chill,
You're gonna chill.
we might spend more time together than the one that wants to jump up and down. Let's go here, go there. Because actually, I'm like, so you have to actively. So, but not like in the favorite of a love thing or nothing.
no.
But it's just personalities. I guess.
I'm not gonna ask which one because when they're older,
Yeah,
they
no,
listen.
no,
They're gonna
no.
be like,
This is that forever
get this guy.
Forever on the internet.
But would you men say that in your families that you have like your parents have a favorite child?
100%.
I'm not gonna
my
lie,
mum
I
hates
think-
as well.
I think
100%.
both of your parents have favourites.
100%. No, but like, me and my siblings all know who the favorite child is.
Yours is different stories.
It's Josh. 100%.
You're why
I'm
not?
not gonna lie,
If I was your parent, I'd be. So his brother's a professional.
I'll walk it out.
So I'd be. It'd be mine too. Like
Obviously.
took me out the hood. Like, so
To get out of here.
what else are you not doing? Like, yeah, my mum's got a favourite.
Who's your favourite?
My brother, just the one just before me. He's my mum's favourite.
Oh, Tony.
He like.
But is he mummy's boy or is he the favourite?
No,
'Cause it's
I'm more of a
different, you know
mummy.
what
I was more of a mummy's boy, but he's like some of the stuff he did. I'm like, why the hell is this woman allowing this guy to do this?
them
Like,
ones, I know them
yeah,
ones.
like I'm thinking, no one else would get away with this, but it was his thing where my mum came to England. She obviously had 2 kids already in Ghana. My older brother, my older sister, they was already in Ghana. But she came with my dad without them and then obviously brought them over. But my brother was born. So my brother was around 3 years old before they came. So in his mind, he's an only child.
Oh, yeah.
Then even when I was born, it was a thing where it's like, there's even a picture where I'm born, they're giving him the baby, he's like, don't give me this. Like, yeah. So even when my mum was telling me my brother and sister came, and my auntie was saying to my auntie came from Ghana with them, and he was like to my mum, first of all, who's this lady in the house?
Stop.
And who are these 2? They're saying they're my brother and my sister. No, they're not.
Stop.
So like that. So he's only child syndrome. So that's why he's kind of, and he's out of all of us, I think he's probably like the most book smart.
Okay.
So he's proper bright and you know the one, he's gonna be the doctor, he's gonna be all of that. Yeah, we just got bumped. But
How long after when they came did the rest come? The brothers. Obviously, you said.
So my brother and sister
only
came.
child, yeah.
No, also, no, you
when he
told
was
me you
about
said-
3-4 years old. That's when they came.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So obviously from that, all that he thought he was the only child. But don't mind that guy anyway, man. But yeah, no, he's a cool guy. But yeah, that oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about. So you said you had one child, then about 18 months after.
Yep.
Do you think it's I don't want to say important, but like gaps between age groups? Is
It
that a thing?
definitely makes a difference, because like the first 2 who are a lot closer, one, they have each other. So, knowing people that have, for example, only one child, there's a thing whereby you have to constantly be entertaining that child. Whereas when my 2, it got to an age where they'll entertain each other, kind of thing. And then there's also a thing for you as the parent, if you think about taking time off work, it's like you could just have one stretch where it's like, okay, for the next 3, 4, 5 years, I'm off work, kind of thing, as the missus particularly, and I'm just gonna have my kids and raise my kids. If you wanted to get them to like nursery age, which is about 2.5, 3, but when you have one, and then there's a whole big gap, it's like you might have gone back to work, you're back in your zone, and and then you're bringing another. So that kind of happened with my last one, because my last one, there's almost about 3 years or so between the second and the third. So it got to the point where the second one was at the point where you could leave her and she ain't gonna touch nothing, she ain't gonna go to the kitchen and start playing with stuff, and she was all right, kind of thing. Like you could have a little lie-in, things like that. And then the new baby comes along and you're back to that 24/7. Like don't go there, don't do this, make everything child safe. So it does make a difference. And again, like I say, if you're having a standard working life, you got to think about the time you're taking off from work, kind of thing. So I know some mothers prefer to just have their kids back to back, be done, do that for, be off for like 5-6 years, and it's like, okay, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I could just crack on with my career or whatever. So it does make sense.
I think that's a good way to do it still. I think because like you get it, it's like bulking all at the same time.
Yeah.
Just do it all at the same time. 5-6 years, have 3 youths, bang, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out of the game. Like you get me? I don't need to do that again, as you said, like that late night and all that stuff. I've done it. This is my life now for the next 5 years. I accept it. And then after that, I can enjoy a bit or whatever.
But I can understand why some like have big gaps, because it can be, I don't want to say traumatic, but it can be traumatic. Like having pregnancy, not all pregnancies are smooth. So if you've had one, you're like, oh, that wasn't nice.
I need to
You
let
know
it
what I'm
marinate.
saying?
Yeah, that's real.
Definitely.
And then I guess some people after like the child's at 5-6, like, yeah, like I'm bored of you.
Yeah.
Or the new one, or the new version. You're too old now. I can't pick you up anymore.
That's true. And I think for the kids as well, them being around the same ages, growing up together, it does make a difference. Because like I've got an elder sibling who, I mean, there's only about 4 years between us. But like growing up, we might not have been that close because if you think about schools, he's like 2-3 years above. His friends are not going to be, do you know what I mean? So it's, now we're all men and it's cool, it's different. But at that younger age, like I say, like my first two, there's only like 1 school year between them almost kind of thing. So it's like they can still kind of hang together and be into the same things. Do you know what I mean? So it's little things like that. But yeah, however you get it, it's all a blessing.
And they're girl, the two.
Yeah, the two others are girls as well. So it, you know what I mean? It works out. It works out.
Did you, like a lot of, I think it's a male thing, or it might just be like an ancient male thing where it's like if the first is not a son, the men are upset. Did you?
Nah. Do you know what it was? Because we didn't even find out for the first two. We didn't find out. It was only on the third one we decided to find out.
What did you do on the day it happened? It's like
it's
that's what I want to do. But what do you do for like you know when people
You
give
need to
you
prepare,
gifts?
fam.
Yeah, but you can.
You can just like in terms of baby girls, just get white.
White,
Yeah.
Generic thing.
Generic or a beige.
Just in the baby.
Hi, baby. Your new baby.
So yeah, I mean, because it's really just clothes. Like other than that, the main things are going to be a cot, a buggy. So that's generic anyway, kind of thing. But yeah, no, we didn't find. No, do you know what it was? Like, there wasn't any particular preference, to be honest. I mean, I got an elder brother, so it's 2 boys on my side. My missus is 4, and there's 2. She's got a sister, and then she got 2 brothers. Yeah. So no, it was whatever. It was whatever. So we didn't find out, and it was like surprise. And it's like okay. And you know what's mad? Here's a funny story, right? When the baby come out, obviously the first time babies come out, and I thought it was a boy. Like, because of the umbilical cord. I know. I saw the umbilical cord. I was like, my son. And the woman, the nurse is like, no, it's a girl. I was like, okay. Do you know what I mean? So, no, but it's all good now. We didn't find it. But for my third one, I think after having the 2 girls, and I guess we kind of wanted, but what was mad, I found out, but my missus didn't want to know. Do you know what I mean? But after about a day or so, she's like, tell me. And then when I told her, she thought I was lying. I was like, you're lying. I'm like, no, it's a boy. So.
But don't you feel like a sense of, I missed out on like the baby shower, like kind of. You still do a baby shower?
I think my missus might have done something.
Gender reveal.
But to everyone else.
The whole gender reveal.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems like a
new.
newish.
That's a American thing. That's
know,
new. They never used to do that.
That's
before.
like a newish Hollywood thing, innit?
Yeah,
Instagram thing.
Yeah. I saw one the other day where the guy. He played college basketball. Clearly wasn't good, but he had to shoot in the thing. So he's all going. Yeah, he's all doing it.
And he missed.
Bruv, he missed.
Oh god.
Obviously the thing's still broken. Everyone was clapping, but everyone was bare awkward.
I'm not gonna lie. The best one I've seen is I think was it Harry Kane.
Harry Kane when he
smashed it top bins. That one was a madness, bro.
And smashed it
top bins. Yeah, that's.
And then the thing broke. And that's cool. Yeah, I think I wouldn't like to know. I'd be like, I wish I knew, but I feel like on the day it would like, the emotions will be. Imagine if they told you it's a boy and it comes out and it's a girl, or it's vice versa. No, sometimes people get things wrong.
It can happen.
Sometimes they tell you you're having a single baby and it's twins.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the percentage of it isn't high, but it's still possible it could happen though.
Yeah, I think the other interesting thing as well is I think we assumed it was a boy. Here's the thing, because I'm African, right? Or West African, Sierra Leonean. So like you had all the aunties and the mums saying stuff like, because my missus' baby is like that. That means, have you heard these ones? The bump is like that. The bump is here. That's a boy.
Yeah, it's a boy.
Okay, cool. So what the bad thing was, like we had settled on a boy's name.
Yeah.
And in terms of girls' names, we didn't have one, kind of thing. So for like about 2-3 months, maybe, my first child didn't have a name. We were just calling her Bubbles.
I'm done.
She didn't have a name. Because we had settled, we had a boy's name, and we were on it. Now when she hears this story, she don't like that.
Baby,
baby, wake up. We never had a name, so it was just. I mean, the thing started as Bubba, and then it turned into Bubbles, and it was like, and then it's mad because. And what's mad is to this day, I've got some family members that maybe haven't seen us in a long time who are still calling her Bubbles. And she's like, 9 years old.
What's going on there? Where does this name come from?
This ain't it. This ain't it. So
That was
that was the only other thing.
That is too funny.
But I feel like you see the whole like having a boy first. I feel like that's like more like a black thing, though. You know.
No, it's just
I
like
think
a generation. It's men. It's just
It's men. It's
Yeah.
in history.
Yeah, there's history. Yeah,
Like historic, you have the man to carry your family name.
Heir to the throne.
Yeah, the throne. Who's going to carry my kingdom?
Yeah, you know there was.
You know, like that.
Yeah,
Literally, yeah. Because when I die, it can't be a woman.
yeah.
That's way back. Yeah, it can't be a woman.
It can be a woman. A woman can't lead. We don't believe in that, by the way, guys.
Whoever is ever, women, men, you can all do something.
Anything that you want to do.
Literally.
But I hear it though, because at the end of the day, really and truly, imagine you're the last of your surname, yeah? And then you have bare kills, and nobody carries your surname. Your surname is
No,
You have to train your woman your daughter to be strong enough. Tell that man you are keeping my name. Yeah. We are double barreling it.
Oh, the double barrel.
Yeah.
That's how you end up with the longest of longest.
I think double barrels are. Let me not talk.
Don't say that I got double barrel last name. I got double barrel last name. That's so stupid.
Let me not talk.
My dad's name. So it's not my mum.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Right.
what kind of happened is one half of my surname was one half, and then my dad's granddad, there was something about, you know, these villages and in the village, there was something where there was a village local and the surname was similar. So he was like, no, I'm adding this onto it. So literally, boom. Then that's the name that I just.
But
Straight, just-
in terms of a mother
and the
father,
I don't. Not that I don't believe in it, but I'm like, I don't see the point.
If it's justified, like Bradley Wright Phillips, like you get me, Ian Wright is their dad, and then the name before that was Phillips. That's why it's Ian Wright or whatever his name is, Bradley Wright Phillips. That's why it's like that. You get me, because he's honouring his original father and adopted father. That's calm. I hear that. That's cool. But if it's a mother and
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is, because he's adopted.
What, both of them adopted? Sean
Yeah,
and
they're
Bradley?
brothers, bro. They're not
both-
his children. They're not Ian Wright's
sorry,
children.
I never knew that.
They were adopted still.
Oh,
And
Some of
then,
them was football. I'm surprised you know that still.
But that's when I used to watch football, innit? Back in the
yeah.
day. That's when I was in it, like playing it and that.
Okay.
I'm good. You get me? But
Yeah,
now I'm
that's
not
a
good.
conversation for another day. Still going to
You
carry
get
on.
me?
Yeah, I didn't know that. But you know what? Some cases,
Like cases like that, it makes sense.
like some cases where, you know, some mothers, some people, they have children with someone, and you know, like some things happen, and you know that this is not going to work out. It's a mistake.
Right.
In that situation, you might, I'm double barreling this because I'm going to be the one looking after this child. This person is not going to stay in my life for the foreseeable future. They're not going to be here. So it's either I'm going to give them my full name, or I'm going to give at least do half. And then when that child is of age, you can always change your name, innit?
Yeah,
That's,
well, I don't know. Like, I think I'm more on the mum side with this one, because I think if you're in a situation where, you know, the father clearly doesn't want any involvement, that ain't doing nothing, then I say, mum, go ahead and give the child your name. Like, to be fair, because cause I think it just messes up the child as well. Even if you take away the fact that the dad ain't even is left everything to the mum, but. I've got this name. Whose name is this that I've got? Some guy that don't even want nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So
and every time you're doing something, you're going on holiday, you've got two different, your passport's names are not the same, and they're all questioning you. It's just a child.
It's all of that. So
But that's like one of the mandem as well. Their names on the passport is different to like their actual name. That's why when he was coming back and forth, remember his name was a bit.
Yeah, but that's due to stupidity. That's not.
Like I still don't even know the whole. You know what I'm talking about, innit?
African. You know some. No, I'm not gonna say Africans in general, but some people from of African descent,
right?
They tend to do some. They're just not knowledgeable. They weren't knowledgeable like when they first came over, so they didn't know certain things. So they always try to like dodge the system in a certain way.
If you're not careful, they're smarter, if anything, because they use that to dodge the system to get in.
But they get caught out sometimes.
Yeah, you always get, bro. And as technology goes now,
Man, them haven't got caught. Has the guy in question got caught?
But I know ones that, you know, obviously Africans, they do the age thing and put their age forward or whatever, pretend they're younger. But then it happens where I know older people now whereby they're at retirement age, but they're still having to keep working because they said they were 10 years younger. Do you know what I mean? So they ain't getting no pension.
Till 75.
So little things like that. You have to
literally like a friend of mine who they lived in London and his mum moved to America. Cool, he moved to America for a few months, got his green card, said he didn't want to live there no more, come back, lives with his auntie. Cool. Left the green card there. The mum's friend was like, my son's coming from whatever country. I'm going to give, is it possible to give you money to give the green card to my son for him to work and then get his own blah, blah, blah. Cool, did it. Not knowing that person's son was stealing from the shop that he was working in. So my friend's gone back, boom, to see his mum, get to the airport. Yo, flagging red, you know America. Stuck him in cell.
Nicked him.
72 hours.
Damn.
That's long.
Yeah, then they said, then obviously they let him go. Like, you need to produce
That's a lot.
all this stuff. You need to pay this company that you robbed from. Fine. Da, da, da. So obviously he's going mad. Like, what's going on here? Ended up obviously sorting out because they ended up confessing and paying. But that's long, and that's the thing that annoys me that Africans would do.
Yeah.
Because it's money.
Most definitely.
You need to decipher information yourself and kind of just think for yourself and loyalty as well. Like, you know, I'm always telling, you know, especially my eldest, I'm like, you always got to look out for your siblings, and you guys are the unit. Even if you guys need to gang up on me and your mum, it's like you three need to always look out for each other. So little things like that. But yeah, that's a big question. That's a big question. But those are a couple that come top of my head. Yeah.
What about you, look? What would you say?
Obviously, I don't have
You have kids,
in
yeah,
this,
but let's just say.
if it was, I would definitely say like similar to your first one, like in terms of like be confident, like you get me, believe in yourself, kind of thing, as in like ask questions, you know, like definitely like be confident. That's the main thing for me. Just if whatever you're gonna do, just make sure you do it. Second is keep on learning. Like it's still similar with the ask questions. Like it's the same. Like ask questions, learn in it, because the more you learn, the more you earn. Knowledge is power. Like it really is. And last one will be don't give up in it. Like you get me. Just whatever you want to do, just don't give up.
Would you reckon similar?
I mean, it kind of goes obviously like the same one as what Tony would have said. Like just like. Be independent, man. Like just be independent, because I feel like nowadays there's a lot of people who just following and rely on other people and whatnot. So one thing that if I could go back and learn myself is just to be way more independent and just, you know, instead of relying on other people, just man. Another one I would say is work. I want to say work hard, but then sometimes working hard don't mean shit, man. But I don't know. I would say work hard though. I feel like working hard definitely is like a big thing. No matter what you do, I feel like if you work hard, whether it comes straight away or comes years after, I feel like if you work hard, you always get what you're trying to get at some point in your life. Like when we talk about the podcast, we say, "Oh, we're doing this and we're not hitting the numbers." But I feel like if you keep on working hard, eventually. Like you're always gonna reach your target, innit? So I'll definitely say working hard.
And just even on that, like, a lot of people, I see it a lot, like stop working hard and work smart, but it coincides at the same time, because you can have a master plan that you think I'm just gonna go through the back door, but the back door's still locked. You're gonna have to do some stuff to knock that back door.
You still gotta put the work in.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I think one I'd add as well, self-love, like love yourself. Do you know what I mean? Self-awareness, self-love, especially like I got 2 black girls as well, so self-love, because I think a lot of, when I think about our community, a lot of the dramas and whatever is a lack of self-love, I believe, kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So self-love, just love the skin you're in, love everything about yourself, and do you know what I mean? And that kind of ties into not following stuff and do you know what I mean? Because you know yourself, you love yourself, you're happy with who you are, kind of thing. So yeah.
What about you, Kev? You never answered.
Similar to what you guys are saying, same on the same path, and humility, I think.
Humility.
Yeah, just like I feel like and also like being a good listener. Try and teach them about listening, because you can always learn more from listening than you can from talking, innit? And I feel like when I was younger, my listening skills weren't great. Like I didn't really want to hear too much. I would hear it, but I'm not listening to it, if that makes sense. So when it comes to things like exams and blah blah, I'm not getting what I need to get, because I didn't listen to whatever was going on because I'm trying to be class clown or blah blah. But then obviously the older you get, it improves a lot. Like I feel like now, a lot of the time when I'm in meetings with people, I'm like, let me just take in exactly everything, and then when it comes to my turn, I'll just say my little piece. But it doesn't work about what I'm saying, because whatever I'm gonna get from you, I'm gonna amplify it and make it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's what.
Piggyback off that.
Literally. How like invested are you in their school life, like in their school?
Fully, because I'm a teacher by trade as well.
Oh, big.
So
they go to your school?
No. But I because I do secondary school actually. I did. No, I think it might be a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, no.
I think it's weird.
I wouldn't want that.
It's weird. Yeah. But no, fully. I mean, like, because it's one thing coming from the teaching profession, and I was a teacher before I was a parent. So I've seen scenarios whereby the parents aren't that invested in their kids' education, and I know that you can't just leave it all to the teacher if you want your kids to get to where they've got to get to, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm fully invested in it. Even if you look back to the lockdown, I was doing like homeschooling, fully doing it all, especially each of them being at different levels as well. So it was a bit challenging initially, but it was kind of good, and I could actually see what they're doing and know what they're doing, because again, coming from a teaching background, I know this. I speak to parents sometimes and they have no clue what their kids are learning at school. Do you know what I mean? They've just like, it's almost just like, here's my kid, you do it, kind
like
of
a babysitting service
kind of thing. And then it's like, I'll do things like, if you want to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor. I don't really care, as long as you get my work done. Do you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. When it's summertime, like one of the first schools I used to work at, like my door to my classroom would lead out into a football pitch, and I'd be like, it's a hot day, let's just go sit out there and do some learning, innit? Why am I going to sit in here and bring your books in? So it's just different things, you know what I mean? And these kids learn, like, if I put a computer in front of you or whatever, you know how to master that level, innit? So you're able to learn. So it's just, I just then need to think about, okay, how do I apply this to your life and something that you're going to be interested in? Like you say, it's a football. So I'm interested in football. When you add the sauce to it, they don't even know they're learning. But twos, they're picking up
like,
whatever they got to pick up.
Going off what you said, it's mad because like obviously like me and Kev obviously like taught. Obviously I used to teach like years before whatever, but like that a lot of parents actually don't know what kind of learner their child is. So like they don't know if they're more of a visual learner, more of a like listening, or like actual like being active and whatever. So some of them just think, oh yeah, come son, come and sit down, let's read a book, or let's da. And the son ain't got a fucking clue. That's not how he learns. You know what I'm saying? He got a clue. They're thinking, like show it to me on the TV or show it to me on the computer or something, and I'll be doing that. But they think, oh, what's wrong? Why you not reading it for? And it's like it's proper sad. Like and literally. But for these parents are just on this, just take that iPad and just do the work. It's
like,
fine.
I've worked with a lot of autistic children, and the way, like, obviously everybody's different, but the way that some of the few that I've worked with learn, it's just like, it's mad, like, it's mind blowing. That I remember I had one autistic kid who he was really interested in planes. So literally, there was a time where it was obviously a PE lesson, but he wasn't learning in maths and English. He wasn't taking it seriously because he couldn't concentrate. So the English part, I said, okay, we're gonna go on the computer. I'll pick a plane, you pick a plane. Let's pick some words that you don't know. I promise you, when we went out to the playground, a plane flew over the top. Man said, that is the blah 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 blah. I'm like, huh? Like, it's mad.
Yeah,
like,
it's nuts. It's
you
nuts.
just learned that 2 minutes ago. You just looked at the computer, but now you know exactly what. So that was his thing. He would learn what each plane is, what plane. So when planes fly over, there's where the school I worked in, there's like an army base not far. So a lot of Apache planes used to fly. Yeah, I think that's flying at approximately. What are you talking about?
All autistic, but secretly, them man are super.
That's a superpower.
No, it is. No, that's
they call it like, bruv.
It's not a disability.
Some of them man got super strength, you know.
It's a superpower.
You know, some of them youths are mad strong as well. You know, like they are super.
It's a superpower.
Strong.
There's like a boy that used to go to my school. Like when I was in school, he had
If you're not careful,
he had Asperger's syndrome. And I'm telling you now, I swear to you, he's mad smart.
Scary.
Like, he's following me on Instagram recently. I was searching, like, some of the stuff he messages me, like, I'm thinking, this guy's, like, you can still tell he's mad smart, because man, so much shit from me years ago, and I'm like, I ain't got a fucking clue what this guy's talking about.
I remember watching a program about someone that had Asperger's syndrome. That's what called Asperger's.
Asperger's.
Yeah.
And then they took him to a helicopter, and they said, look. Gave him a couple hours, man.
Drew the whole thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna see? Like,
it's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? And they call it disability.
Yeah, it's not. There's a boy that I had actually autism. He was in year 3, and he used to get like really angry when he couldn't do something. And you used to say to him like, "How angry are you?" He'll be like, "I'm level 5 angry." And I'm like, if you speak to a normal person and I ask you how angry are you, and you're not showing any signs, I might be like, "No, you're right." Yeah. But he's like, "I'm level 5 angry." That means I'm okay. If when he's red and he's steaming, he'll be like, "I'm level 99,99999." He'll tell you, bro, like, I'm at the end. Don't get in my way because I'm gonna blow. And us people who are classed as normal, we can't do that.
Yeah, we're just.
I'm vexed, so I'm gonna fight. But it could have stopped before that because I could have told you this is like. So yeah, like it's just crazy, man. Staying on the school. So you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry. So staying on the school subject. So obviously, growing up in school, obviously going to school. One thing that I always noticed about my father as a parent was that he gave me a lot of time. He used to come to all my games, all my matches and stuff like that, especially when I was in secondary school, and my music stuff, because he had the time. Growing up now, I've been speaking to people. I speak to girls a lot, speak to guys, and I always ask them, would you rather your dad give you a lot of time, or would you rather him invest in you, give you the money? And a lot of people, and especially a lot of people, like a lot of girls that I meet, they'd have rich fathers. They're like, my dad wasn't around, but on my 16th he bought me a whip. My dad wasn't around, but on my this one he bought me a this. And some of them are like, oh, I wish he was there and gave me time. But I'm here sitting, yo, I had the time. My dad's bruck. I had the time. I would rather have had the newest this, or I would have had one-to-one training with my man, or got sent to this place. Just invest in me, right? You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving me the time, because I had the time. He gave me the time, and I'm just saying, as a parent, what do you think is more important?
Before you answer, 1 second. But I feel like it's easy to say it when you're on the other end. You might have got all the money, and all of that stuff, and then go
time,
bro. But I never spoke to my man.
Yeah,
I never really chat to him. I haven't got a relationship.
But that's what I'm asking. What do you think is more important? Like, what would you rather?
The time, 100%. Because just to jump on what you're saying, what you'll find is usually a lot of those types of people grow up and they need therapy. Because they feel abandoned. They got
which ones? The ones that
had all the stuff but not the time,
kind
of thing. So I've noticed with my kids, like I'm very much an advocate for being a present and active black dad. That's my motto.
Are you working at the moment? Or are you
partly, but I've been a stay-at-home dad since 2018.
Sick
kind of thing. So I'm very much an advocate for that, because time is giving them your time. If you ain't got nothing, like my kids now, their fondest memories are when we've done stuff together. It don't matter what I've got them. Do you get what I mean? You buy them something today, they've broken it by tomorrow, kind of thing. But they'll always remember, oh, you remember when you took us camping? Or you remember when we went on holiday? Or you remember when we did this? Or you remember when we were just playing in the park or riding our bikes? They always remember that. And in terms of nurturing them, the time is more important than any of this physical stuff, to really be honest. That's
and
what
like
I
you say,
believe.
you can't get the time back. You can get a whip. They can earn it themselves. But there's enough time they can. No matter money is gonna bring back the memories they had with their dad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So even if he put them in a mansion in a castle, then he's gone again to another country to work for 6 years. Then he comes back. Yeah, this house is great, but when everyone's sitting there talking about, oh, my dad took me here, you're still like, he bought me this house.
Yeah, I would mind the house. No cap.
You're not so fucked. I feel like when I was young, I didn't even get both. Like, honestly, I'm not even taking the piss. Like, I've been like, because when I was like banging ball when I was young, my dad wasn't coming to my games. You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't saying, yo, like, I'm gonna come to your games. If anything, it was more like one of my uncles who was actually like, you know what, I actually want to come to your games and see if you're good. And if you're good, I want to see if I can get you trials at da-da-da. But my dad never once said, oh, da-da-da. My dad wasn't trying to put peas in man's pocket. Obviously, give man like little young change in it, but he wasn't trying to give man no big bread like, yo, here, do your thing. And it's like,
I feel you. Mine's similar as well, and I think mine's not. I don't want to say there's no competition, but mine's a little bit worse, just because you lived with your dad, so you got to see your dad. I didn't live with my, so I saw my dad on the weekends, and when we did see him, I'm at his carpet shop. So sometimes it's like it's lit, but sometimes like, is this what I'm gonna do? My whole Saturday was sitting there in this shop, or I might go help him fit carpet. So I'm learning the trade, but I'm like 9, 10 years old. I don't want to do that. I want to do something. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? The most joyous part is here. You like go and take money to go and buy chicken and chips. You know what I'm saying? It's like come here at 10 o'clock in the morning, leave you at 9 p.m. and go home. It's like, what the hell is this? But
like, what did I even do?
I didn't do nothing. I want you to take me to the park, and of course there was times where you did, but it was less than more. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why when people give that. Oh, okay, who's your favorite? You don't want to say favorite parent. Who's your favorite parent? My mum. She took me on holiday. She took me here. She did.
Is that the money? That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Because of the funds that she spent on you.
What do you mean, my mum?
Like, that's what you're saying.
No, but do you know what? I can't, like, obviously my mum spent money on me for things, but I can't sit and say my mum paid for this for me, paid for that. But I can tell you what holidays she took me on, or what things she came and watched, or what she allowed me to do that made me happy. Like, obviously going church, when we're young, we all kind of got forced to go to church. But then when you got to that age of like 14, 15, when I'm playing football now and I enjoy it, and she was like, okay, cool, I see you enjoy football. I know obviously church is important, but that's something you enjoy. Go and do that. You don't long have to go to church. That was like, rah! You know what I'm saying? That's like, you've made my life now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people's parents are like, I don't care how much you enjoy this. Because I wasn't going to be a Premier League player, but that's something I enjoyed at that age. Some kids are sick at football, potential to get there, and the parents are going to go, no, you have to go to church, you're not going there.
You're lucky that you got the option to your parents that, you know what, like, you're on the footy thing, go footy instead of going to church. Because me, see on a Sunday, like, church, you have to be ready at 11 o'clock, You have to be awake by 9:30, because obviously there's babe in my house as well. I'm trying to wake up at 11:15 to make sure that I ain't got time to get ready, so I'm trying to pretend like, mum, I ain't gonna be ready. Go and shower right now. Yeah. Go and pick up your outfit. I'll iron it for you. We're going to church. You're not going for. And I'm like, so it's mad. So you're lucky the fact that you even got that. But me,
mine was like It started mad because I remember like the football coach. He lived not too far from my house where I lived, and I used to play football like with all older people. You know, like I was like the only young person in the area. I was playing with all older people, and better time my mum come and call me and see, thinking this small flipping 12-year-old boy is playing with 30-something-year-old men in the park. Like, what's going on? So he kind of spoke to him and was like, listen, like, I'll pick him up from church. So he used to come and get me from church. I used to be at the game like 1 minute just before kickoff. He used to come and get my mum. Used to be like, okay, cool. Obviously, because she made friends with him. And then since then, she was like, do you know what? It's your time. Because I'm sitting in church, I'm just like this. My legs just shaking, waiting. Look at the time. I want to go. But so literally, that's
going back to
that. Because the sex education video was so old school. It was made in like 1992.
Yeah,
I taught this about 4 years ago. I'm like, how can? Do you know what I'm saying? How can it be the same? It doesn't teach you about consent on there. It teaches you briefly about. Obviously, I didn't go into depth into gay and lesbian and stuff like that. It teaches you briefly on that, and obviously the kids are like, oh, whatever, of course. But it doesn't teach you about how to like just consent. I think it doesn't teach you about that.
I think sex education is even when you speak about consent, and obviously now the LGBT thing is a big thing. So I think as time goes on, they'll just have to keep adding new things to it. But from a traditional sense, I don't know. Like those are, especially for the girls, those are things I'm just looking at my missus. I'm like,
that's your business,
but I mean, they've even started, because they've started talking about, I think they started talking about how a baby is made. One of them was telling me the other day. So, because the thing with sex education, sometimes, especially in our community, is like, where they're like, we're going to start teaching it at primary school. It's like, well, no, they might just be teaching that a boy has this and a girl has that. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, to be fair, my daughters know that already because their brother runs around the house. So certain things are kind of obvious, but it's definitely something I think needs to be taught, because I never got taught sex education.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I missed it because I missed I think I missed the ending of primary school in this country, and I moved to Sierra Leone. So I didn't really get all of that.
And then teaching you back home.
Yeah, just figure it out. Do you know what I mean?
You get married, you have kids.
Yeah, you figure it out. So I think it's, especially if you think about the amount of teenage pregnancies and things like that, it's something that's definitely necessary, kind of thing. But I guess it's just finding a way to do it. And then you have some, going back to what we were saying about the parents that don't really know what their kids are doing. They're just leaving it up to the schools. But I think as a parent yourself, you do need to start thinking about a way to start introducing some of these topics into your conversations and making them aware of it. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think it's, me personally, I think it's not. It won't be easy, but I think it's something that I definitely want to do, just so like I know I've given my child that clearer understanding. Yeah. Of course, you're gonna have your own experience, and not gonna go into some crazy detail, but I'm just going to let them know, like, what sex education does, a lot of it is how babies are made. It doesn't tell you that a lot of people have sex for pleasure. And obviously, it's difficult to explain that to a child. Yeah. But I feel like when your child is maybe 14, 15, like an age where they shouldn't be, but there's potential that you know. And I feel like, when you kind of sense changes in your child where it's like they're being a bit more secretive with their phone. Boys are. I'm going to the garden to speak on the phone. I'm going to the garden to speak on the phone. Like,
they're in the bathroom for longer.
What you doing in there?
Nothing, Dad. Nothing.
Hey, move from the door.
Hey, chill out.
Like things like that, and you're like, okay, cool. I think maybe it might be embarrassing for you, for them, but it's better said. It's said. Yeah. So it's like it's said and done kind of thing. And especially that consent thing, I think is massive. I feel like, especially males, we don't get we never got taught by our parents. Yeah, true. Like you just kind of work it out. And some people, unfortunately,
with your mates.
Yeah. Some people.
And what happens if your mates are fucked?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. 100%.
And some people, unfortunately, don't work it out.
Yeah, true.
So
I feel like a lot of sex is from your friends. A lot of sexual things. We should be able to go to our parents, and speak to them about it. But because they're gonna give you the best advice, and you get me, especially about when it comes to protecting yourself, even as women, like as men, whatever it is, and men not being too forceful and whatnot. But I feel like parents should speak to them anyway.
You see now, obviously, I feel like it's a lot easier now with how kids and parents have the relationship. See how the relationships are now of parents and kids. Obviously, a lot of them have the more of a friendly, closer relationship, so they're allowed to talk to their parents. But back in our days, You can't go to your mum and be like, oh, mum, sex.
Get
You're
the
getting a
hell
slap. You
out
mentioned
of my
sex.
house.
Your kid's getting slapped straight away, bro.
This is on TV.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't, like...
My sex education talk was quick and sharp. My mum said, don't sleep with white girls. They sleep around. You can catch something if you sleep with them. And she said, if you have sex one time, you will get them pregnant. One time, you man. Just one time. And that was my conversation
Your mum is
done.
proper old school.
That was my conversation done, dusted, nothing. Don't talk about
And
it.
what did you go and do? The complete opposite.
The romantic. JB said, the romantic gelato poo poo killer. No, I'm joking. Don't be like that.
I went and did the
but it's
complete
true.
opposite. No, joking.
Because I'm saying, like, I'm sure, like, when you with your kids growing up and that, it'll be a lot easier for you to talk to your kids. Obviously, I'm sure the relationship with your kids will be different to the relationship you had with your parents. You get, because it was very militant back in our days.
Yeah.
I'm the parent, you're the child. We're never gonna be on that level. But now you're getting, it's more, you know, it's getting closer.
The
It's more like, it's
closed. The gap
closing.
is closed.
100%.
And I think also, like, we have to start being mindful of the social media effect as well. So I would say even from about maybe 9, 10, 11, you need to start talking, because the other thing that happens, like I remember teaching in one school and some girls, they had to be like no more than year 8. So we're talking, 12-year-olds. Some of them are all trying to take pictures of themselves to send to other boys. So there's all that shit going on as well that you have to be mindful of, and the whole online bullying thing, which can get to, you know, where you got girls getting duped into sending pictures of themselves. It's happening at a younger and younger age now. And then tutus is going around the whole of Snapchat or the school or whatever they're doing these days. So it's all of that. So you have to be mindful of that as a parent now, that, yo, you know, because at our time it was just, you just had the magazines and whatever now. Now it's, once they got a phone.
How do you plan on controlling that? Like, what would you say? Like, obviously, because that's a serious subject. The phones. I always say to myself, am I gonna, like, because I know the power of a phone. It's like, when am I gonna give them a phone, and what like parental lock am I gonna have on that phone?
You see,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, go on.
Yeah, no, I think you try use the technology as best as you can. So if more time it's you giving them a phone, isn't it? So make sure it's blocked. All them kind of websites are blocked as best as you can. Yeah, it's still
It's
because
on Twitter, it's on Snapchat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's everywhere, bro.
Like, kind of what you're saying, obviously I understand, like, the blocking of stuff, but you see, once you give someone a phone, you can block anything you want. But I'm telling you now, there's a way.
They find a way.
They will find a way. Remember back in the day, those ways you can go on the internet in school and go onto websites that you shouldn't have. Because remember, like, you had to do some proxy to
Someone
defeat.
get the ad blocker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
In again.
And then you're in again, bro. So, like, and that was years ago. So I know now the technology's
It's
changed
mad.
way easier. You go,
Bro, it's on your Twitter page. Like, somebody
mad,
can
it's
retweet
mad.
it, bro.
like, you go on
Somebody
Twitter.
can retweet it.
Type in K-Bads, you see, porn retweets and you're in the game, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. 1 man, 2 minute, 20 videos. That's enough.
You go on Kev's
2 minute,
timeline,
20 videos.
it's just there.
It's just everywhere. Like, it's not if you're gonna say you can't use Twitter because it's like everybody uses Twitter.
Yeah. And I mean, it could be as simple as you're on WhatsApp and someone sending you.
exactly.
Listen,
It's true.
like, it's
You know what I
mad,
mean?
that's what I'm saying, it's mad. It's actually mad. Like, you
crazy.
you can go on the website on the phone and a pop-up could be, find the
Yeah.
local girls in your area. And now you're
just like,
thinking,
what?
what's this? Bang, click on it, you're sucked in, bro.
Yeah, they got you. They start
Just make
retargeting
sure your
you.
child is not stupid and they put your credit card details in.
Yeah.
That's when you have to finish that child. That's when you have to finish that child. Because not only did you go on a stupid website, now you've cost me. The dishes that you wash.
Oh, you know the one.
And bruv, they're bare expensive, bruv. $350 for some fucking shit, just to sign up or some shit, bruv.
That's it.
What?
Yeah, you see that.
Would you You see, like you've got children now. Have you done the whole? Pass me the remote.
Oh, hell yeah.
For
Being
one-
in a different room.
You see that to me, Zach? You get me? Yo, Zah, can you just get me the... it's love. They love it as well, to be fair. They love it. Oh, what can I do for you, daddy? And I know there's going to come a time like, this man's taking the piss.
This guy, I don't like this
so
guy
I'm,
no more,
I'm making the most of it now, but standardly, man.
Do you know what the most awkward moment, now that Jabz said that, the most awkward moment, on both sides, being a parent, obviously I ain't a parent, so I wouldn't know, but being a parent and being a child is when you're in the room with your parents and you're watching a film and the sex scene comes on. Like, what the fuck do you do, bro? Like, you start looking, like, oh shit, there's a spot, like, oh shit.
One time I was in the room with my mum and something like that came on. I think it was a Tudor, one of them Tudor programs, and like
Sex cetera.
she's just like, man, said sex cetera with my mum.
Whoa.
What the hell is going on over here? Anyway, this guy's in a different realm. Something like that came on. She just started kissing her teeth.
I was just looking at the floor, I was just blinking about 5 times.
You're thinking, why can't the remote just automatically change the channel, bro? Because I'm thinking, I don't want to change the channel because you think I'm changing because I know what's going on.
You would have like
You know what I'm
oblivious.
saying?
You don't know.
And she's thinking, I'm just kissing my teeth because I don't want to know. Like he knows what's going on. Like everyone's just in a
awkward
daze.
situation.
Everyone's just like, yeah. Like,
But have you experienced that though with your?
No, I mean, funny enough, sometimes because we listen to a lot of music in our house, and sometimes it's these music videos.
Yeah, man.
And you're like,
another
I'm
thing.
like, babe, you know what? Let's just listen and not watch.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
certain
It's a
things,
bit
you're
much,
just-
innit?
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Like some of these are like soft porn things.
Yeah.
Bruv.
But you know what's mad? See, back in the day, Little Kim's and all them lots like Nelly's, the music videos were wild. But it's when we were kids, we didn't actually take it in. It's weird.
You
If
think so?
think-
No.
No, we didn't
I
think-
used
we
to
didn't.
love them videos,
No,
bro.
but I never-
Nelly, get your eagle
Nah,
on.
nah, they get-
Oh
Yeah,
my
but I don't
god,
think-
that video is like porn
No,
to
it
me,
is
bro.
not. It is not. Listen to what I'm saying.
That
Listen to what I'm
video
saying.
is-
But listen to what I'm
that
saying.
video was
but
it.
I don't think the way that you see, like we can watch that and we can be excited about it. But you're not gonna go away and what them man are doing, go outside and do it.
But we're man them. We're man them.
You think?
And
yeah,
funny
When
enough,
the man them-
but funny enough, the thing I fear for my daughters is that becoming normal. So if they see girls doing the twerking thing,
think
dressed like
that's
that,
what they should do?
it becomes normal kind of thing. Because
Do you
even
feel
now,
like they're pushing that though? That's the. I honestly feel like that's the kind, especially onto black women as well. They're really pushing that agenda.
I don't think it's by accident.
No,
I don't think
it
it's
isn't,
by
because why
accident.
is it that Cardi B's #1 everywhere, bro? And then
heard that.
Little Sims and
Megan Stallion as well.
and Megan Stallion's #1, and then we got Little Sims that's actually dressed up elegantly,
Yeah,
rapping.
yeah,
you get me? All these other rappers, but Cardi B's #1, Megan's #1, Nicki's #1. What
Sex-
all in common?
'cause,
Sex.
bro, sex
Yeah,
sells, bro.
No, but it's the
Sex
black
sells, bro.
women especially, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I
hear
hear
Like
that.
it's
I hear that.
sex stuff though, because all the white girls there, them man are doing up sex as well.
No, but the way the
girls are
black
fucking naked,
No,
fam.
that's the thing, because the way they're doing it
And they're the
is
main ones.
sex.
The main ones, not the backup dancers.
But the way white girls are doing the sex and the way the black girls are doing the sex, they're doing it completely different. They might say little sex thing.
I wanna get sexual.
Yeah, but that's
Look
the
at
same.
this. Them man are doing sex as well.
No, I hear
But
you.
the
That makes
videos,
sense.
No,
the videos,
I hear you.
it's
I hear
completely
you.
different.
But Cardi B and that are saying this niggas better eat my pussy right now and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like they're
It's
saying
a
it.
bit raw,
They're not trying to
still.
do the. I want to get like they're doing saying
I
this
hear
nigga
that.
better eat my pussy or he like. You know,
Look at the city girls. Like,
It is a lot.
But then that's
It's
what
a
I'm
they're
lot.
saying it straight to the point. Like we're not trying to beat around the bush. We're telling you this is what it
people
is.
that, the
straight.
label owners that are pushing this agenda,
And that
why are they
sells.
pushing
Yeah.
this agenda?
And it's funny because a lot of the
Hate it, man.
people, that are listening to these songs and singing these songs don't agree with what's going on. They fucking ain't got a clue what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it just sounds good and it sells and it's catchy and bang, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's gonna make
But why are
us.
they
It's gonna make
pushing
us
this
see.
agenda?
Boy, that's a deep one. I mean,
And do you feel this is just starts opening up the
yeah,
deep,
that's
the
a deep
deeper
one.
topics, you
That's
know?
a deep one. But
Because
I definitely don't think it's by accident. Do you know what I mean? It's similar like you think about hip hop music. Why does violence sell more than man that's telling you, love each other
Trust
and pro-black and let's stay together, let's work together, let's build.
true.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
and it's funny because you see let's say a violent artist, when they're doing the violence, like you say, when they're alive, bang, the moment they die, all the positivity they've done, everyone wants to hear that. Like, oh, he was an
He was
a
an angel.
martyr.
He was an angel,
he
man.
used to feed the kids.
Yeah, man.
It's like Tupac was rapping some mad shit. When he was dead, everyone just wants to listen to changes. You know what I'm saying? We gotta feed the
Church was
streets.
his birthday
We gotta.
today.
It's
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday,
Tupac, man. Happy birthday.
Like you know what's
Tupac.
mad? What rapper is it? Oh,
Pooh
shit.
Shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty. Yeah, I don't know if you heard of him.
No,
See?
the hell that is.
Yeah, so he's got a song called Back in Bloods. Back in Bloods. Yeah, he's got a song called Back in Bloods, and one of the lyrics
Oh, I think
is,
I've heard that song.
I don't have security in the club. I hold my own gun. So if you try to test me, I'm gonna shoot.
I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah. So he went to a show, no security, like he said in the song.
Oh, dear.
Someone tried to test him. He started busting shots in the club. Exactly like he said in the
said
club.
it in the song.
Now people are like, yo, he's moving irresponsible. He's an artist making money. But you've gone and sang the exact same song that he told you what he does, and now you're getting mad at him doing what he said.
He told
Before
you.
he told you.
And I know that's not no label. That's him.
He
by
told
himself.
you, listen,
Like,
this is what I really do. Don't fuck about it. Now people saying, oh no, he's moving mad.
Took it too far.
I mean,
He's doing too
But
much.
you know some of these like obviously not everyone, but some of these rappers they just rapping because they're bored. They're actually gangsters.
Yeah.
If I'm really a gangster and I'm saying exactly what I'm doing, and you're not sure, don't come and test me.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Leave that man alone.
Yeah.
Just leave
Ask
that
about
man
me before you come and try it because you might end up dying. You've got 3 children.
3.
Are you a parent who, I would like this child to be that, I'd like this child to be that, I'd like this child to be that?
No.
Not
funny
even
enough.
a little bit.
Nah, you know what it is? Because, again, thinking about our generation, where that'd be a doctor, lawyer, and all that African business. Now it's like...
Business.
Now it's like you really can be anything and be successful.
No cap.
Like you really can be. I mean, coming from our generation, even if you start to think about the Tony Hawks with the skateboarding thing, kind of thing, he was one of the people that show you, yo, I just got a skateboard, and my man's just doing
literally.
it. Now, like influencer is a job, innit? Like that's a job. So
crazy.
you literally could do anything. So I don't even think it's beneficial to. Do you know what I mean? Even for our generation, I understand what it was because the doctor, the lawyer, all of that is
certified
something. Yeah, and it's you're secure. You know, you do that, you'll be able to take care of your family, take care of yourself, maybe take care of me as I'm old. But now, literally, when you can be anything, and then again, coming back to how children learn, it's like I know, like my middle child is very much the creative one. The kinesthetic one. She can't sit down. She wants to create. She wants to do them kind of things. She's very arty type of thing. My first one is very meticulous. Like she'll just sit here. She could be in this room with Lego all day, and you just give her the Lego box, not even the instructions. She'll build you like some next things, and she's just focused. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think it's really just about allowing them to blossom. Maybe as they're young, allow them to experiment with different things and find out what they really like. Whether it is from the more academic things to the entertainment, the sports, or whatever, and find out what they like. Because whichever it is, going back to working hard, you work hard at it, you can be something. Do you know what I mean?
Be anything.
Have your
You
kids.
can literally whatever. So yeah, it's more so just be happy, and whatever you're doing, do it right. And by do it right, it's like if you say you're gonna do this, like you say you say you want to be a hairdresser, cool.
Yeah.
Be the best hairdresser you can be
yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Like don't be fraffing around and no. That's what you want to do. Like roll with it.
Before
kind
you
of
had
thing.
kids, like maybe even before you was married, let's just say, did you, like, if we're sitting here now and everyone, and I said, oh, if you had a child, what would you like them to be? Did you have that thought in your head, or no?
No, not really. I guess because I never went the traditional way. So to an extent, again, African family, you come out, you gotta go college, you gotta go uni, you gotta get a job. So you did all of that. But I never really found the use in that until later on when I started teaching. I'm like, oh, I could actually use this degree for something kind of thing. So I was never that. But again, it's just, I guess you just want them to be able to take care of themselves. And I think now with the internet, you literally can do anything and look after yourself. So just run with it.
Socialite or something.
Right.
So is that something where you're like you said, obviously you don't want to control or police too much, but it's almost like, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'd rather you lean, because even when I look at influencers, I'd rather you lean, and I lean more towards people that have some type of trade or profession or are doing something and they're just documenting what they do.
There's a reason
type
for
of thing.
it,
Do you know what I mean? But if you're just sitting on there just talking for the sake of talking, then it's like, where is this going? Do you get what I mean? So it's, again, it's like for example, like my daughter wants a YouTube channel. Kind of thing, which I've said no because it's just long and I'm not ready for you to be out there like that. But she just wants to have a channel to showcase her Lego. Like cause like I said, she makes mad stuff on Lego and she wants to show like beginning, middle, end, like maybe do like a speeded up video of how she.
You don't want to put her on the internet and that.
Not fully, nah. That plus if she has a YouTube channel, it means I have a YouTube channel which I have to manage and I ain't got the time.
Yeah.
But it is partly the reluctance of putting her out there like that, and just. I guess trying to protect her as much as I can, because once you go on the internet,
you're never coming back.
You ain't never coming back, and you leave yourself open to trolls or whatever. So it's probably partly that.
Do you feel like we should though, like the whole trolling? Well, because we're talking about trolls, I feel like we should definitely. I thought it's education. We need to educate the youths about trolls. Like, don't take them seriously.
Yeah, and the importance of
don't take man
having
seriously.
thick skin.
Yeah, and definitely.
Yeah.
Sometimes just cuss them sometimes. Be like, yo, you're like you get like you see me. I get trolled a lot on the internet.
Okay.
But I'm so used to it from my mates that it doesn't bother me.
Got
so
ya.
sometimes I feel like maybe that's something that we can do like to the youths then maybe.
Yeah, definitely. And as they grow as well, because I think mine only being 9, she just turned 9, so I'm like, I don't know yet, but from time she start going secondary school, she has her own mobile phone, it might be a different conversation. But again, I guess it's just preparing her for, okay, you're going out there into the world now type of thing. And just self-awareness, self-love, and knowing who you are and being, proud of who you are and strong in who you are, I guess. That also is a big thing.
And that's the thing, like with that as well. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
Literally, like what you're saying, there's only so much we can do. You can show them everything, can tell them this is what you should do, and this is the right way to move, and this is right, this is wrong. But once they're out in the world, it's up to them to literally make that decision of what they seem as what is right, is wrong. Because you can tell them, and they're like, oh, your dad said that, but I want to do this.
Yeah.
And
there's still things that our parents said to us back when we were young. They were installed with us.
rings in your mind.
No, it's true.
Like,
It's true.
You get like the spidey sense starts tingling.
Yeah, like I'm not
It's
supposed
true.
to do that.
Yeah.
My mum said I shouldn't do that.
yeah, but then there were some kids that we used to chill with as well that they knew what was right and what's wrong, and they were like, yeah, nah, bun that. I'm going to do that. I'm going left. You're not going right. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I think that's the thing. Like you could, like you say, you could just try your best. You prepare them as best as you can.
But is that fair?
100%.
I think it's no, but you know what it is? A lot of it, and literally today, I'm so glad I had this conversation today. I'll tell you about it in a sec. It's a lot of it is sense of embarrassment because you know by doing that, it's gonna go back home and your parents are gonna be embarrassed. It's a little bit of that. Of course, you're scared by your parents, but it's a little bit of embarrassment. So one of my kids, one of my boys, has been getting in trouble at school, and it's strange because I worked in his primary school. Fantastic boy. I've had him for football for about 5 years. The most to get in trouble is you're not moving quick enough. It's not anything. And then obviously I was quite close with his mum, so his mum like sent me all like the details of what the school now, like secondary school, you get in trouble, they send you get 20 minutes attention, they send it straight to the parent. So she said it to me like I don't even know what to do kind of thing, and I'm like that's mad because she can be strict, but he's just overdoing it now. Like so obviously come to football today, he didn't know what was happening, like blasted him, and I'm saying to him like, cool, you play for my football team, so you're a representation of me. And obviously our company's quite big in the area that he goes school in. So I'm like, when you go to school and they say to you, what are you doing in the week? And I'm playing football for such and such team, they're going to be thinking, wow, such and such team let you get away with that. They're not a good place. So I'm like, not only are you embarrassing your mum, because it's embarrassing for her to come to someone else and say, please try and sort my child out, because you feel like maybe I'm not doing a good enough job. Yeah. Secondly, you're embarrassing me because you're a representation of me. I've had you for 5 years.
But with you, that's fair.
Yeah.
With his mum, it's embarrassment.
No, but what fair? Because what can I do to him?
He doesn't fear of not playing football anymore.
No, that's not it. Because you would more for your mum slapping you than me saying no. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to him like, I feel embarrassed, so you should feel embarrassed. Embarrassing your mum one, embarrassing me too. That should be embarrassing on you. Some kids, I'm not getting wrong. Some kids I've talked to us had that same conversation, and I can see in their face they're thinking, bro, I don't feel embarrassed. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't
But
give a shit.
Are they not fair? Like they're not fair. I feel like I don't want to say you want your kids to be scared of you, but you definitely want them to. Like me growing up, definitely there's certain things I didn't
maybe
do
the word
because
is respect.
I knew that respect, fair.
I think respect is
and I
more
think
than
that
fair.
sense of not wanting to disappoint as well.
Yeah, that's
Like, there's
that's
certain
almost
thing,
what I mean.
remember
Yeah.
being out as a teenager and there's certain thing when the man them are doing certain things and I'm like, yeah, this is long. I don't want this coming back because you know that look when your mum just looks at you and it's just like,
I was scared.
yeah. And then there's the fear as well.
But then you get to a point where it's like,
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah, like you fear it, but after it's like, fuck it, man. It is what it is. Bro.
And actually, like when some of these kids are doing crazy things on the road and like they're constantly coming back and forth to home and their mum's telling them. I know like those parents, they have the conversation, that one conversation where it's no longer shouting, it's just like, bro, what else do you want me to do? I've tried everything. And if that's happened and you don't get that, you're a bad person.
That's why they got to ship you back to Africa.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
You think that works then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That happened to me, so.
Oh, they shipped you. My man said I just didn't finish it.
And it was primary school, you know. Primary school. That means he was a real bad boy.
No.
How long did you go back for?
I was there for about almost 5 years.
Yeah, he was a real bad boy. To the bird.
Bad one. They just said take it.
It was tricky time, but it was me and my brother, and to be fair, it was probably more my brother, but I had to go as well. But then I did see the benefit of it because, to be fair,
Joint enterprise.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Them ones.
Cellmates.
Voluntary bang up.
You do see the benefit of it. You do see the benefit of it. But then there is, because going back to what you said, it's like I remember having kids that I'd have a kid and I'd never met their parent, right? And that kid is